Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Laithwaite Community Stadium for this Panorama National League match versus Kings Lynn Town. A warm welcome to Kings Lynn Town to the Laithwaite this afternoon. Your teams for this afternoon's match, starting off with Kings Lynn Town, number 21.
As over on the far side, Jack Cook wins a header. Kings Lynn, though, again have it in midfield, and a little bit of space here for King. Out towards this near side, looking for the run of Kiwomya, takes a touch into the box, squares it in, it was just away from Mitchell. Best chance of the game so far, and on this near side, Kiwomya did so well. And Mitchell wasn't far away from making it 1-0. Central position, would surely have scored if he'd managed to get a touch.
Yeah, a beautiful move there, very direct, but King did very, very well.
Yeah, sort of Muir's sort of maybe sort of just above 6 foot. He's sort of a little bit stockier than Ashford, who's a little bit lankier and a little bit taller. As the free kick is taken into the box, Mitchell is stretching, he gets it across, pushed up in the air by Ross, and Diarra clears it away from inside the 6-yard box. Gash was lurking to tap it in if Diarra had made any miscue at all. But again, it's Mitchell looking very dangerous and just got a little bit too much space in that Woking penalty area.
Yeah, to get the cross in there.
So corner is taken by Sonny Carey. It's going to be a right-footed away swinger from this near side. Front of the Leslie Gosden stand, and the header comes in, hits the bar, I think hit the post as well. Comes out, volley comes back in, and it's deflected behind off the shot from Cameron King. And the Woking goal leading a charmed life woodwork hit, and then a block on the follow-up shot as well. Another Kings Lynn corner, and the visitors just have the wind in their sails a little bit here.
They do. It's a great corner, but it's not very often you see, you know, Woking at set pieces they're usually pretty good at defending their own corners. So they again didn't pick up the man there, and as you say, the goal led a charmed life. Away by Woking and back onto the front foot.
And Cook right up against the advertising hoardings, takes a couple of paces, lofts it in, headed away by Chris Smith. Cooper gets a head on it, now it's Ferdinand, back out to Cook over on the far side, takes a touch. Challenge snaps in from Denton, but he gets it back. Cross comes in, and Kretschmar's header loops over the crossbar and bounces onto the open, empty terrace at the Kingfield Road end. About 20, I think, 20 or 21 on loan for the season from Norwich City. And by all accounts, he's doing pretty well. As here's a chance for Muir, 25 yards out, good save by Archie Mayer. It was a little bit close to him, but he had a dive away to his left-hand side, and that was a Woking forward there with a head of steam, charging at goal and got a shot away. Something we haven't seen in a little while here at the moment. And it's going to be a throw down the line from Moussa Diarra. The header is won by Fleming, now helped on by Michael Gash, bouncing around. Gash just about managed to get it under control. Down line to Kiwomya, cross to a slight deflection off Diarra, hacked away by Cook. We're in the 25th minute here, Henry. It's still 0-0 as a shot goes in, and that wasn't far wide at all from Tyler Denton, the Kings Lynn left-back, who fizzed one in from about 30 yards, and it bounced just wide of Craig Ross's left-hand post.
To be able to bring it forward quite easily, really, and they've been looking as though they're really getting into the flow of the game.
The free kick taken by Fleming. Gash again wins the header, got plenty of power on it, but straight at Craig Ross. This is a Kings Lynn side that haven't won any of their last 4 away games. We mentioned they drew at Notts County in midweek. Before that, they lost against Bromley and Dagenham Redbridge on their travels in the league. Also lost at FA Trophy semi-finalists Hornchurch as well. Here's Mitchell on the left-hand side of the penalty area. It goes down. Referee has a look, decides it was 50-50, or maybe even a higher percentage in favour of Jack Cook, and waves the fairly muted appeals away in 20th place Kings Lynn this afternoon. Two teams desperate for 3 points as Jamal Loza gets away from Richards, slides it into Sam Ashford, holds the ball up well. Now Kretschmar on the left-hand side of the box, back to Ashford, who's twisting and turning. Kretschmar again, first time cross comes in over Muir's head, might drop to Loza at the back post. He's up against Cameron King. Loza gets it under control, just outside the area. Lovely bit of skill to get some space. Back from the byline in towards Ashford, and it's a debut goal for Sam Ashford. Lovely work from Jamal Loza down the right-hand side, and it was a powerful header into the ground. Bounce past Archie Mayer, and the Woking number 25 has a goal on his first Woking appearance. 28 minutes gone, it's Woking 1, Kings Lynn Town 0.
Well, that was fully deserved a goal. That was the best quality of football we've seen in Woking, you know, in this game. It's
Possession in a dangerous area.
Exactly, yeah, they kept the ball well, and it was much better from Woking. The last 5 minutes has been some nice build-up play. Again, there's Ashford again there, laying it off lovely to Loza.
Loza attacking the penalty area, gets a low cross across, and Muir is there, but he can't turn it goalwards. He took it first time, he fizzed it wide. He gives the thumbs up to Loza from the left-hand side, and it is a goal kick to King. Fans listening in or watching will look back ruefully on that one. Carey with the free kick, headed away from Diarra, drops to King to Richards. Now here's Gash just outside the edge of the box. Oh, it's a little shot that took a deflection wide. Just for a second there, Craig Ross had a very nervous scamper across to his left-hand side. Last minute as it bounced through to Jamal Loza. Now here's Ferdinand. Ferdinand, did he keep it in? He did. Sonny Carey was appealing. He fell asleep a little bit as Loza burst into the box. Goes past one, past two. Loza tries the corner and it's just wide. That could have been goal of the season for Jamal Loza there if he'd managed to tuck that inside the far post. He did great footwork to get away from a couple of defenders. Here at least the start of their second half of the season. And here come Kings Lynn. Kiwomya, now Gash out towards the far side. Low cross from Fleming, and it's a good save from Craig Ross to tip it round the post. It was Mitchell who came short, got just ahead of Gehring, who was a little bit on his heels, and Mitchell shot very well saved by Craig Ross. How many times have we said that in his Woking career?
Yeah, he's been certainly, as we were talking earlier, has been the player of the season for most of us.
And won the title, a team that was founded in 2010 after the old Kings Lynn FC went out of business in 2009. 4 promotions in the last 10 seasons at this level at all costs. Of course, having worked so hard to get here. Here's Kretschmar, 25 yards out to Ashford. Good challenge on him by Denton. And his ball finds Clunan, the half-time substitute in that midfield area. Good charge down by Muir, block the clearance. Now here's Loza on the outside, it's the post! Comes back out, and a good challenge on Cooper as he was charging into the box. And Jamal Loza, what a game he's had, so close to doubling Woking's lead.
Yeah, it's brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant indeed. So often he takes the inside route, but this time he went outside the defender, and a brilliant left foot shot doing that. But Kings Lynn have also found more space and can at times play some lovely passing stuff.
Denton with a square ball to Carey. Carey tries a shot, took a deflection, and that made it a lot easier for Craig Ross. I think maybe it was going wide of his left arm.
So well done.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly 25 minutes to go as Cooper drives this corner, and it's a deep one this time. And Gehring hits the post, and it's turned in as he didn't go over the line. The Woking fans are appealing for, I think Wareham got the final touch. It's gone behind. The referee has given a corner, so he's obviously decided that the ball didn't go in. But the Woking players are they're almost sort of disbelieving in their protests to referee Tom Reeves, who of course will have been looking across to his assistant referee. But it is going to just be a corner, and Jaden Wareham very close to his 3rd league goal for Woking in. Their 4th clean sheet in 6 games. They'll pick up 3 points here this afternoon as well. It's going to be a corner by Carey, taken to Clunan, who scuffed his shot. It's made its way into the box anyway. It's cleared half, back comes in, and Chris Smith heads it wide. Probably Kings Lynn's best chance of this second half, Henry. It was a corner that Woking never quite got away. They initially played it short, and in the end it dropped to centre-back Chris Smith, who headed it wide from about 5 yards. Jamal Loza is over there as well. Everyone back for the Linnets. Driven in, headed by Diarra, and cleared away by Denton. Took a deflection, comes back in. Ferdinand trying to win the ball back, and he does. Loza dinks it in. That was an important defensive header. Diarra goes up, and it loops into the arms of Archie Mayer. I didn't quite see who it was, but I think it was as we look at Gehring taking this free kick out towards the far side, headed away by Fleming. It's going to drop here to Jamal Loza. Certainly Woking's man of the match, I think, for his performance in both halves. Here he is again, takes it down on his thigh, down towards the byline. He got it over, it might fall here to Diarra. Diarra takes a touch, important block by Richards. Back to Diarra on his chest, flicks it up, volley comes in from Kane Ferdinand, and it bounces once, twice wide. They have sort of changed formation ever so slightly So it is now a 4-3-3 with Wareham through the middle, Loza on the left and Napper on the right, and Kretschmar dropping back into a midfield three for the final 11 minutes as Wareham gets the ball across. Is it 2-0? It is! Jamal Loza gets a very well-deserved goal against his former side, made by Jaden Wareham, who harried the Kings Lynn defence into a mistake. He squared it across, and there was Loza to tap it into an empty net. 3 goals in his last 4 games, and with 10 minutes to go, it's Woking 2, Kings Lynn Town 0.
Well, that was very well deserved.
No great rush with Woking leading 2-0 in these closing stages. Here's Cooper halfway inside the Kings Lynn half. Out towards the far side, Lofthouse just plays it down on Loza, gets away from a couple of defenders, got a little pull on the back, he goes down under the challenge. It was just outside the box, and it'll be a free kick to Woking. And again, Jamal Loza, league wins had been against teams in the bottom 8. Hartlepool just before Christmas, the one outlier. After today's game, it's going to be 7 from 8 as Cooper drives it in, and it is touched in, is it? It is! Woking have got a 3rd goal. Ben Gehring stabs it in from close range. Cooper fired it in. It took a couple of deflections, and Ben Gehring was there with the poacher's finish. His 1st goal of the season, and it's Woking 3, Kings Lynn Town 0, 90 minutes gone.
Well, that will be icing on the cake, really, from a Woking perspective, and be disheartening for Kings Lynn players and for the fans as well. As you say, back into positive goal difference, which is good, and they've played for the clean sheet as well, which they got, which I think is just as important.
Yeah, I think a couple of sort of Woking fans, certainly looking at social media over the last few days, disappointed with how Woking approached the game. Certainly after Altrincham got a man sent off on Tuesday, but I think it's fair to say they've approached the game the right way today. 2 new forwards, both start up front, switch to 4-4-2, Jamal Loza on the wing, and job done.